Hey, what's good YouTube? What's good JF University? We back with another video. Today we are on the fucking road because I got shit to do. Today we're gonna be talking about how to heal from your past, how to heal past traumas, okay? And this is just off the top of my head. I'm kind of making this video because there once was a time where I had to deal with past traumas. I had traumas where it was affecting my day-to-day life. You know, I was feeling sad, I was having negative thoughts. I sometimes didn't want to do much. I ultimately just worked on myself and look where I'm at today. No traumas, I'm healed, I'm happy, I'm chilling, I'm living. I'm on the road making videos. So the first thing that you need to do, you need to stop running away from your problems, okay? What tends to happen when you're feeling depressed or you're feeling a strong emotion of maybe sadness, people tend to run away from it. People tend to run away from their problems. They tend to go to outside sources to kind of cope with whatever they're dealing with, okay? A lot of people will resort to eating, or a lot of people, men specifically, might resort to porn or playing video games as sort of an outlet. So that's number one. You want to face your problems directly. You want to get into a room and start asking yourself and think about why you're trying to run away from your problems. Why that thing or why that person or why you're feeling this strong emotion and why it's bothering you. You gotta know why. You can't just be putting it off to the side, pushing it to the side. You gotta face that head on. You gotta dive deep into whatever emotion or however you're feeling, right? So that's step number one. Face your problems. Number two, this goes hand in hand with facing your problems. I just kind of touched on it at the end. Understand why it bothers you. Understand why it triggers you. That's easier said than done, okay? Maybe you didn't like the situation because it made you feel a certain type of way. You got to figure out why it's something that bothers you, why it bothered you, and why it's something that continues to bother you, and why it's something that you've been running away for so long. You've been prolonging. Is it because you didn't want to deal with it? Is it because you didn't want to bring up past emotions? You didn't want to feel it currently? You didn't want to feel the way that you felt, that you once felt? That's number two, okay? Understand why you felt the way that you were feeling. Number three, put yourself in a good environment. Your environment is key. If you're in a bad situation, I know you might be living at your mama's house. You might be maybe, I don't know, living at a relative's house, living somewhere where you might not want to be. Try to put yourself in the best environment possible. If you live in a clean, nice, healthy environment, you're gonna have healthy and clean thoughts. If you live in a bad environment, you're gonna have negative thoughts, okay? And it's hard, especially for you guys who are young. It's not easy, bro, because you might not have the funds to just get up and leave. You might not have the courage to get up and just take that risk and figure shit out. Try to make the best environment with what you can work with, all right? There's certain things that you can implement in your life to make your situation better or make your environment better. Maybe that might be talking to your relatives less. Maybe that might be spending more time with yourself on your own. Maybe that might be taking yourself on a walk daily, or just setting aside time for yourself in a day where you just don't talk to anybody. All right, that's three. Number four, and I'm gonna say this every video: eat healthy. I think eating healthy is so underrated. It's so underrated, and I think, you know, taking care of yourself is like the most important thing when it comes to anything in life. Because if all you're feeding yourself is nutritious food that actually serve you purpose and actually bring value to your life, bro, you're gonna be able to think better, hence make better decisions, hence be able to overcome certain things that you probably wouldn't overcome if you're eating McDonald's every day. It's just a different feeling. You get a different type of energy level. You can think clear, you remember things, you make great decisions, you're able to talk, you're able to articulate better. There's so many different benefits of eating healthy. Your self-confidence raises because you look good, you feel good, so your self-confidence will just skyrocket. Eat healthy. I can't stress this enough. If you guys are sad or feeling a type of way, trust me, eating healthy is like key. It is key. That is the first step into feeling good, bro. It's the first step into feeling good. Once you can eat healthy, I promise you everything will be straight. Number 5, start finding people who you look up to. Maybe you like LeBron James. Maybe you like me. Maybe you look up to me. Maybe you like my videos. Find people who inspire you to be better and push you to be better and motivate you to be better. Because sometimes you need that. Ultimately, you got to stay disciplined and you got to have, you know what I'm saying, the drive to every day, boom, I'm working. But sometimes it is nice to have that X factor that's chirping in the back of your ear. Let's go, bro. Come on, get it. Let's get it. Go get it. It feels good when you have somebody always in your ear telling you, like, come on, man, I believe in you. And now you can take little things from these people and kind of pick up on it and kind of use it in your own world. Use it in maybe in a different way, but use it for you, okay? You could also find a mentor. I do believe talking about your problems to people. Talking about your problems, I wouldn't just say to people, but to people that you trust. Like family, maybe you have a close friend. You know, I think there's a false perception, and I used to think this way, where you could just solve all your problems. Ultimately, you do have to solve all your problems. Okay, I'm not gonna sit up on here and lie and say other people can solve your problems for you, but we're all human beings and we need social interaction. All right, sometimes it's okay to, you know, vent to a close friend, and especially if they're willing to listen and they're a good listener, and there's someone who you look up to and there's someone who you admire, and you know that with whatever you say, they'll always be there for you and they'll always be able to give you great advice. Do it, man. Go sit down with that person and have a conversation. Go be open with that person. It helps, man. It actually does help. You'll feel a lot better doing that. Maybe it's your dad, maybe it's your best friend, maybe it's your uncle, maybe it's your grandfather, maybe it's your grandmother. It could be anybody. But it's great to open up and to talk to people. As much as you may come across vulnerable, those people who you actually come to with that like touching topic, they will actually appreciate it because you trust them enough to open up. And especially when they're people that you know and love and trust, they'll happily give you advice, man. All right, and I guarantee you it'd make you feel better. Number 6, understand that the past is the past. Be present. You can't control what happened yesterday, so why let it bother you today? Yo, that's hard. I just came up with that on the dome. You can't control what happened yesterday, so why let it bother you today? Is that a quote from somebody? Yo, quote me on that. I don't know, but that's tough. That's facts, though. It's a new day today, my boy. You can't control what happened yesterday. You can't control that girl or that guy did you wrong 10 months ago, or treated you like shit for 3 years, or treated you like shit for 8 years, or your mom used to beat you for 10 years, or your dad kicked you out your house 2 years ago. That shit already happened, bro. We're living in the now. Accept it. The reason why you're allowing it to bother you is because you didn't accept it and you didn't love it. And when I mean love it, you gotta embrace it. That's part of your story. That's part of your journey. You had to go through that hardship in order to eventually reach your peak. You had to go through that situation to learn. You had to go through that situation to be tested, okay? Everything happens for a reason, bro. You had to go through that hardship to evolve. Don't allow past situations to consume your present, to consume the present moment. Because when you live in the past, man, and this is speaking from experience, when you live in the past, man, there's so much built up emotion, anger, suffering that comes with living in the past. And before you know it, in the snap of a fingers, time is just going by so fast and you're losing track of time because you're so worried about the past. Where it's like, once you actually become present, you're like, holy smokes, life is beautiful and I really wasted all that time. Like, how, like, where did the time go? It's because you weren't focused on the now. You weren't grateful for the things that you have now. You weren't grateful, meaning you weren't actually aware. Like, yeah, you were probably just living in it, but you weren't seeing it. You weren't looking at it beyond surface level. You weren't actually being grateful for everything that's right in front of you. And that's just a quick little video for you guys. I love you guys so much. If you guys watch the end of the video, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. JF University, I love you guys so much. We on the road with it right now. And we out, bruh.